and dear students. First of all, I should thank our Honorable VC Sir for this beautiful initiative on Swamiji's birthday. There cannot be anything more wonderful than this, that in a university like JNU, we have such an elaborate and wonderful program for students in which we are discussing such dynamic ideas, and such wonderful speakers have been invited. Just now we heard both Manasji and Mukulji, who gave us very many ideas of Swami Vivekananda. Very perfect delivery, very perfect understanding. So it's something which is making me very proud. I'm very happy to be here today. And now we are going to step on to a rather philosophical topic, the idea of oneness. Now, you see, this idea of oneness is at the background, at the base, at the foundation of all that we have been discussing. Because whenever we talk of love or service or knowledge, it is because in some way we find a connection with others. Oneness is inherent in the universe, it is inherent in existence. When the topic again is Vivekananda's ideas on oneness. Now Vivekananda's ideas on oneness, to understand this, we have to go a little into this Vedanta philosophy. Just now we had this very beautiful delivery by Sir on Anirbanji, that about on the Nirvana Ashtakam. That is also speaking of, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the self. You see, going to the core of the human personality structure and finding that oneness with the whole universe there. As bodies and minds, we are obviously different. Then where are we united? Where is there oneness? That should be our basic question. There's a world of diversity and multiplicity which we are seeing. So what is this oneness they are talking about? When Vivekananda speaks of oneness in his lectures, it is not just oneness in will. You see, our wills unite at times, our emotions unite at times. It's not merely that level of oneness. He's speaking of what is called existential oneness, which means there is a single consciousness running through all creation, manifesting as life, manifesting as variegate forms of life, manifesting as this diversity and multiplicity. We are so involved with the diversity and multiplicity, we just ignore the oneness. But that is at the heart of understanding diversity. If I have to understand another, think about others, serve others, love others most of all, as Kandkarji said, because that is basic. If I have not developed my heart, my intellect also won't develop. That is basic. And behind that is this idea that deep, at a very deep level, we are all connected somewhere. Maybe just now we don't perceive it. Perception of unity comes with spiritual experience. But our sages and saints have given us this valid truth that somewhere there is unity at a very deep level. And due to that, unite your hearts, unite your minds, unite your intellects, unite your wills. As an illustration, let me give you a very beautiful example from the life of Sri Ramakrishna. You see, it is from these examples, these incidents, that Swami Vivekananda drew his philosophy of oneness and service. This incident comes in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. For those who have not read it, please read it, because everything is in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. There, this beautiful incident comes once the recorder of the Gospel, he comes into Sri Ramakrishna's room in Dakshineshwar, and he comes and sits at Thakur's feet. He sees Sri Ramakrishna is in Samadhi. The face is all lit up and the mind has gone somewhere else. The mind is not there. The ordinary functioning mind, tears are welling up in his eyes and going down his face. He is in deep Samadhi. After a few minutes, he came out of the state of Samadhi. He opened his eyes and he said, now note his words. He said, do you know what I see? I see that this world is steeped in God. It is soaked in the bliss of Brahman. Names and forms are different, but the essence is only Brahman, pure consciousness, manifesting as all this temple compound. You see, Dakshineshwar is a temple garden. The Ganga, these men and women moving about, it is all him. He is peeping through all these forms. Names and forms are different. The essential stuff within is the same. The essential essence of existence is the same Brahman Names and forms are different. Then he paused. Then again he said, he gave an analogy to help us understand better. He said, it is like a huge garden entirely made of wax. The garden has trees, the trees have leaves and flowers and fruits, so many types of trees, so many plants, there's variety everywhere, so many colors, so many fruits, but it is all made of wax.